morning and welcome to NaNoWriMo 2021. So this is the first year that I'm actually fully doing NaNoWriMo. I'm doing a brand new contemporary writing project. It's kind of a secret project, so nobody knows anything yet. And the goal is to write 50k words in the month of November. Usually I'm like really OCD about only starting Christmassy stuff on the 1st of December, but I have fallen victim to the Christmas spirit and I started listening to Christmas music this morning. But we don't have any complaints about that, it's all good. So yesterday I managed to write 1,696 words. Obviously today we're gonna try and write roughly the same amount, but before I do that I have to send out my monthly newsletter. Basically it's like updates on my writing projects that I'm currently working on, news about my work before they reach any other social media platforms, as well as access to like kind of secret unpublished content, stuff like that. So you know, if there's like bonus chapters or stuff from upcoming work that isn't published yet, people have access to that if you subscribe to my newsletter. So definitely go and do that. And once that has been done, we can get started on our writing for the day. It's done, and if you've been watching my videos for a while, then you should probably know by now what time it is. I'm from beverage. Wednesday, November 3rd. What time is it? I don't actually know. It's 9:42. We have been pretty productive this morning. Had a good little yoga session. Had breakfast. Did I have breakfast? Had breakfast. Just finished up journaling. Now it's time to start writing. Yesterday I was about 200 words under my word count. So we're gonna have to write 200 extra words today. And also, the weather is looking pretty cloudy and cold and cozy. So I thought that we would try and make the most of the cozy vibes. And I'm gonna light some candles, we're gonna make some tea, and we're gonna have a good writing session. And then I've got a bunch of other stuff to do. I've got a video to edit, social media stuff, all that. It's fun, we're looking forward to it. Also, I picked out my TBR for November, which we're pretty excited about. For those of you who've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I've been reading this book literally on and off throughout this whole year. I love the Outlander series by Diana, and I've been busy with the second book for a really long time, but we're almost finished. I have about 300 pages left. Yeah, about 300 pages left. So we're gonna try and finish this one finally, and then we're going to take a little break from the Outlander series. We're going to come back to it. And then the second book I have is The Betrothed by Kira Cass, and I was obsessed with the Selection series. I still am. I think it is hands down one of the best series I ever read throughout my teenage years. I really like the writing style, I like the story, I like the characters. It was such a nice vibe as far as those kinds of series go. So when I saw that she published a new book, I like totally freaked out. I'm so excited to read this. I think, if I'm correct, this is a duology, or I saw there was a second book out already. I don't know if it's a series. I'm not up to date on what's going on here, but either way, I'm excited about it. I love her writing style and I have very high expectations for this. Then I have A Vow So Bold and Deadly. I started reading the what is the first book's name? Okay, so Dark and Lonely, last year, and I really liked it. So this is the third book in the series, and yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next. It's not my favorite Beauty and the Beast retelling ever. I like the first book quite a lot. I like the second book not as much as the first book, but I still like the series, and I'm excited to see what happens next. And then last but not least, I'm reading Hunted, which is also a Beauty and the Beast retelling. As you can see, I do have a favorite genre. I know little to nothing about this book, but the tagline is "A beauty deadlier than the beast," and we like that. We like that vibe. So yeah, that's the fourth book I plan to read this month. We shall see what happens. Hopefully I can succeed. We're excited about our TBR. October wasn't a very productive month, so we have high hopes for November. What happened to my Christmas music? I really want to put up the Christmas tree though, and like just Christmas decorations and watch Christmas movies. I'm in the Christmas spirit now. I'm not mad about it. I don't care who says what. I'm one of those people now that is already celebrating Christmas in November. It is what it is. There's no going back. End of discussion. This is like, I feel like such a random thought, but the past few days I've really been caught up on the idea that writing is now my full-time job. Like, I am a full-time author right now. That is my job, and it's just not selling any. I think the water just finished boiling, but we're trying to work on it and embrace the fact that I'm currently basically living out my dream job, and I feel like I can be very grateful for that, because I literally, like, I think someone commented on my Instagram the other day, and this girl said, like, you're literally living out my dream life, and it just kind of got me thinking about how incredibly lucky I am. As I was saying, like, be able to do a job that I actually want, that I've been wanting to do since I was like 13, 14 years old. Like, literally, how many people can say that they're actually doing their dream jobs right now? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I like these little kitchen talks that we're having. It's nice for bonding. Okay. Hey, baby. It's Thursday, the 4th of November. Where do I even begin? I had a bit of a crisis yesterday regarding the NaNoWriMo project. So I realized that there comes a time where one must admit one's strong suits and one's weaknesses. Unfortunately, contemporary just really isn't a strong suit of mine. You know, like, I could be a good contemporary author if I really wanted to be, but the thing is, at this point in time, I don't really care to be a good contemporary author. It's very difficult for me to write contemporary because I'm not a contemporary author. So considering the NaNoWriMo project is contemporary, and this has turned out to be an absolute disaster because I'm literally boring myself trying to write this, there's been a change of genre. We're now taking concepts from this NaNoWriMo project and merging it with an idea for a fantasy series that I've had for quite a few years. I never got started on this fantasy series because I was focusing on the Crown series, but now that I'm taking a month break from writing the Crown series, I figure I might as well get started on this fantasy series, and just the thought alone of starting on this fantasy series has got me more excited than I've been excited to write this contemporary for the past week. It's a fantasy book now. I'm leaving the house in about an hour to go out. I've got some errands to run. I've got a bunch of books that, oh, focus. I've got a bunch of books that need to be shipped, which is very exciting because I think I've got, once these books have been shipped, I've almost gotten a book in 4 continents. And I want to make like a little care package for my pregnant friend, or she's kind of like my sister, because I haven't seen her in quite some time and I feel like it would just be, you know, a nice little thing to do. I feel like especially now, we've all had a hell of a year. 2021 has been a lot, and I feel like if you can do something kind for someone else today, just do it. Just go and do that little kind thing. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be expensive. Just do something kind for someone else, and when they say thank you, tell them that they should pass it on by doing something kind for someone else, and that way we'll create a little chain of kind things to do for each other, which I feel is a good idea, especially around this time of year. So that is your challenge for today, is go and do something kind for somebody else. I'm gonna go out, run some errands, take myself on a little self date, because why not? That's fun. And then I'm gonna start outlining or re-outlining the NaNoWriMo project, which is fun, because who doesn't love extreme changes in projects, mid-projects? Just got home from shopping, got dressed in something a little bit more comf. That was stressful. What was supposed to be a fun little outing for myself was very stressful. I couldn't get all of the books shipped that I needed to get shipped to people. I couldn't find all the things that I was looking for. It was a lot. So now we're back home. I've got literally thousands of words to write because I'm so far behind on my writing goal. I need to basically restart the whole project because it's a fantasy project now, so we're a little bit stressed out. NaNoWriMo has officially become stressful, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just casually restarting a whole NaNoWriMo project because why not? I can't do YouTube.